Hello, beautiful Cancers, and welcome to your message. This is your first March message. I always try to do two zodiacs a month. Anyways, welcome in, my loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to very quickly use this clear aura crystal quartz to clear the energy and to bring more tranquility and heart energy into the space. So, there we go. Seyakona Shakatia. That's just a little light language, bringing forth the energy of clearing. Sun. Okay. And so it is. All right. So, beautiful Cancers, what do we have for you guys at this time? I'm going to start with, I forget what this is called, this oracle. But I'm going to start with this little oracle deck. We're just going to see what comes through for you guys. I am immediately getting a lot about change for you. Like changes, change. I'm hearing like everything changes. Everything's changing. And I am feeling some sadness with that. Like it feels kind of melancholy to me. So I feel like that's connecting with the past, you know, kind of, you've been moving through a lot of changes, a lot of transitions and transformation. Like things and people, etc., falling away. You may have felt very, you know, alone. I feel like you guys have been working through a lot of, you know, past life karma, you know, lineage karma, stuff like that, in regards to abandonment and codependency in this regard. So, like, there's been a lot of codependency on other people, maybe, okay, is what I'm seeing. And you know, a lot of lessons in love and like romantic partnerships, like basically reclaiming your power in this lifetime from that kind of, from those kind of patterns and cycles. You know, like you're not just gonna sit around in a toxic relationship anymore. You broke the cycle of that. For some of you guys, maybe you're breaking that cycle. Maybe you thought you broke that cycle, but maybe you found yourself, you know, entertaining someone that was full of illusion, and you know, maybe you feel like you got kind of duped or tricked or something, you know, but it's just part of the lessons. Okay, I just saw 3/11, March 11th. That's coming up this week. So maybe that's just the number you're seeing, 311, you know, but that could be significant as well, the date. Could be like an area code or something like that too, for some of you guys. Okay, we have our first 3 cards. Okay, so we have 3 cards for you guys. Let's go ahead and put that right there. Let's go ahead and see the first card. The Elixir of Life. Look how beautiful. I love this deck. Oh, I think it's called, thank you, Spirit, it's called Mystical Moments. Mystical Moments Oracle. And they also have like Mystical Moments Tarot. I'm pretty sure it's Mystical Moments. It literally just, I heard it. It just came through. It's called Mystical Moments. I feel like this is for you guys too. Like this is kind of, I feel like this is kind of what you guys have been experiencing, but like I love how she's just sitting there and she has this beautiful rose. It's like, you know, it looks like it like bloomed from her hand. You guys, what you create with your hands, you're creating very abundant, prosperous, or you have the ability to do this. For some of you guys, this is a message because it's like, I just uploaded like a little 3-minute short here on YouTube and on my Instagram page. And it ties into this, where a lot of souls, you know, that have been actually like really like closing cycles, doing the work, you know, integrating and like ascending and like, you know what I mean? They like, we are now in this new timeline. We're in this new cycle because we chose between the new and the old, you know? And there's been a lot of sacrifice and a lot of loss for the souls that chose the new path, the higher timelines. Because the old and the familiar and the comfort zones and those old patterns and behaviors, etc., like those had to go to choose this new path. So you guys are the ones, a lot of you, not everyone, because this is collective, right? You chose that higher path, and now you are experiencing the sweet, it's like the land of milk and honey, you know, like it's milk and honey. It's the sweetness, it's the sweet elixir, the love elixir, the you know, the sweet nectar of life. You know, the elixir of life for me too is also just like falling in love with life. Look at this. Look at this. It's funny because I just mentioned the 3-minute like reel and short that I did, and it ties into this energy here. This card was the card that came out for that reading. Or it didn't come out. It was when I first started it and I split the deck. This was the card that I split the deck on, and I talked like all about this energy before another card came out. Yeah, pure nature. This is about getting back to like your natural state of being. Like it's authenticity. It's who you truly are. We have two like beautiful feminine women, you know, divine feminine women here. For a lot of you guys, you are her. You could be a divine masculine, and this is who you're calling in, or this is who, you know, is your sacred beloved. You know, man or woman, like you guys have been doing a lot of inner work with your inner divine feminine. Like there's been a lot of healing around your inner feminine, to where your feminine is shining again. You know, the feminine inside feels powerful again, on her throne again. Like she can speak her truth again. She can shine her magic and her gifts, and you know, she can be her pure natural self, right? And because of that, that's like Empress frequency. That is the literal like embodiment type energy of the Empress. The Empress is full of life, beauty, abundance. It's that blossomed energy. Like she's no longer in the phase of life of the maiden. She is the mother. She is the crone. You know, the crone officially is like when a woman, you know, for many women, it's like, you know, when they enter their 40s, but it's basically like when you start entering into menopause, or you go through menopause, or, you know, you're pre-menopause, like that's when you are officially like entering the crone phase of life. And that represents the phase of life that is the wise woman, the wisdom holder and keeper, right? Because you have so much, you've experienced life. You know, you've learned a lot, okay? So I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of you guys who are, you're in these energies. You're the mother or the crone, or you're the mother, but you hold a lot of the crone, you know, wisdom because of past lives and you know, being connected to your soul's consciousness. You're remembering a lot that is that crone energy. I'm getting like the bigger the pain, the bigger the purpose. And I'm getting something about the color purple. So maybe that's like a special color for you guys. No rain today. Look at that. Okay, so Cancers, you guys are experiencing the sweetness, the sweet elixir of life. You have magic in your hands. Like this could be literal, like you use your hands to create, or maybe it's like this, like where you're connecting with divination tools, or you know, like tarot or things like that, or it's literally like just things that you do, you know, jewelry or art or music or writing, or, you know, our hands are such, these are sacred tools themselves, aren't they, right? Showing love and appreciation and gratitude to your body, you know, thanking your body, but especially like, you know, like, thank you hands for, you know, for holding me through life, for being the, you know, the tools of creation, you know, like just so much, right? Like for the blessed gift of being able to feel and touch, and, you know, to touch our beloved bodies, but to touch, you know, and to hug others, our arms and our hands, and to be able to touch our beloved counterparts and feel their skin and their face. And, you know, there's just so many, right? But then like you got to think like same thing with like other, like your legs and your feet and your heart and your womb, your belly, right? Like there's just so much, right? So there's a lot here about your natural self. Mirror work is going to be big too. Okay. So we have your guys' energy here. No rain today. This is the moon. This is, you know, Cancerian energy. It's you guys ruled by the moon, right? I just saw 1, 2, 3. But I love how she's like clouds and raindrops, you know, are falling from her skirt or her cloud dress. Okay, sorry, I was just like channeling. What I'm getting with this beautiful card, I love the artwork. Like this, I literally would have like all of this artwork like hanging in my house. There could be something about artwork. You know, there's a lot of creative energy flowing right now for many. So I am picking up on a lot of that like in my readings, especially over the past week. Basically since we got into March, or since March began. You know, that's our sacral chakra, our you know, there's root chakra too with all this beautiful red. You know, a lot of you guys are connected with Mary Magdalene. You're sisters of the Rose lineage and Priestess lineage. Isis, you know, as well. Like Mary Magdalene was also, she was an Isis initiate. Work with these goddesses, work with like some, I'm hearing Ra, so some of you guys really connect with like Ra and Horus. Which by the way, you guys, okay, I pinned it down in the comments already. But speaking of Isis and the Magdalenes and Mary Magdalene, I announced it a few days ago, but it's official. I am co-hosting with a beloved sister and her divine counterpart masculine, John. They are very, very beautiful. You know, I don't just they work in the quantum field. They do a lot of work in the quantum field. She is a sacred, you know, priestess, songstress of sacred sound. And anyways, I've been working with them for a few years. She's the head priestess of the mystery school that I've been, you know, that I was connecting to in France. So I'm co-hosting a Magdalene Codes spiritual sacred retreat in southern France, where they recently moved to over last year. And now they are opening up this space for this kind of work, because where they are, it's sacred lands connected to the Magdalenes. We will be going to very sacred sites. Oh, I'm getting full body chills. We're going to sacred sites and places, sacred Mary Magdalene's cave, sacred, you know, pools of water, sacred like rivers and churches and just different things. Okay, very like, and it's like a 5-star, it's like a vacation spiritual retreat and also like a high level training and initiation, as Stellar, being a very high level initiate of the Magdalene, she is a full channeler and embodiment of Mary Magdalene, and her beloved John is the same, but Yeshua. And their teachings come directly from them. Stellar and John have been doing these sacred retreats for over 10 years, and Stellar has been doing this work for over 25 years. She worked for a very long time with her sacred mentor, who was also the same. She was a Magdalene priestess and Isis initiate. There's just so much. So anyways, you guys, it's this September in the south of France. Everyone who attends is going to be getting certified and trained in the Holy White Flame Temple trainings, which is quantum healing on a very high level. I've been wanting to do this certification with them for a while now. So I'm really happy that they're offering it and doing that for included in the retreat. Everyone will come home with level 1 and level 2 certifications in that. And meaning you can come home and you can start working with people directly in healing work, and then also teaching others this work as well. So if you're interested in hearing more and possibly proceeding further and booking a spot in this beautiful retreat, you guys, and when we're going in September, the 20th through the 29th, it's like the best time of year to go to France. The weather is beautiful. You know, it's enough to, like, we can be in bathing suits and swim and like, okay, like, it's like that, right? So anyways, the video that I created, that I posted here on YouTube when I announced it a few days ago, is pinned in the comments below, and that will share a lot more with you, and then also like tell you how to proceed and email and how we set you up and go further. Okay, so anyway, so there's that. And then if you want to work with me one-on-one, it's in the description box below. You know, I apologize, but I have to share this in all the videos and just share about this beautiful retreat, because you guys, like, I have felt this being manifested on a soul level for the last like 2 years. Many have asked me to do spiritual retreats, like, please put together, and I'm like, I don't know the first thing about it, you know. That's why I feel so fortunate that it's with them. It's such an honor and a privilege, but also the fact that they have everything already like completely like mapped out, and it's just like, you know, 5-star hotel, like, you know, a private chef, you know, catering chef that prepares like these amazing gourmet meals, you know, with vegan and vegetarian and also regular options with meat. Like, there's just so much, you know. So anyway, I'm just like so excited. So I'm just like, see, they have it all planned out. They know what they're doing. So anywho, it's linked in, or it's the video is linked in and pinned in the comments below. And I need to put like a whole post on here too and just share it. But anyways, obviously, like, souls that are here who I'm sharing this with right now anyways, like, you guys have this rose energy coming through very strongly. So you're sisters and brothers of the rose for sure. Okay, so anyways, and maybe also, like I said, like Isis lineage, Isis mystery schools, all of this is tied into this retreat. These energies, these ascended masters, they are all tied in. Like, it's just, I can't wait. Okay, anyways, we're 18 minutes in. All right, so let's go ahead and this means that, this means, oh, that's what I was going to say. So Cancer, because I do feel that, like I said earlier, I was getting like melancholy, sadness. So I just feel like you guys have been moving through a lot. I feel like you guys are, right, high level, and you have high level empathy, high level intuition. For a lot of you guys, like, I'm getting like, you know, like you've been getting like extreme, like full system, full body upgrades and activations. So that means you've been integrating a lot of new energy, a lot of new gifts. There's been a lot of clearing of old energy. So it's just like, it's just been a lot. And I just feel like it's really taken its toll on you. I feel like you've just felt heavy and drained and, you know, all of that. Okay. So that's why it's like, even though it may still feel like it's, you know, Nighttime, we want you to know, like, we are watching over you. The goddess is with you. You know, God's source, Sophia, Christ is with you. You know what I mean? Like, also, you guys have been working with the moon. Like, you've been manifesting with the moon. You've been releasing with the moon. You've been purging with the moon. Like, you've been doing a lot with your ruling planet. And that's confirmation that, like, it's all been, it's like just bringing you confirmation, like, it worked. It worked. Okay? You are a magical energy. You are magic. That seems to be a huge message today. Like, it's just coming through so strongly. I'm going to be recording a collective message for it as well. You know, honestly, I like your guys' is, you know, all zodiac messages are collective, you know, to be honest. Like, the zodiacs, everything is connected. We know how energy works, right? So, you know, that's why I try not to get too hung up on the zodiacs, and I do a lot of collective readings, and, you know, I don't do the zodiacs every day or weekly or whatever, because it's all connected anyways, you know what I mean? So, I don't remember why I was saying that, but all right. The sun. You have the moon and the sun, feminine and masculine. Okay. This represents your inner yin and yang. And remember, I was talking about like the feminine healing and like inner feminine, but it's also about like your inner masculine as well. Like, you've really learned to like surrender and release control and stop trying to like micromanage life and the universe. And you know what I mean? Like, or your manifestation, like, you're manifesting, like, you really learned like lessons of surrender, lessons of, you know, faith and trust, like all of that kind of stuff. But this is balance. It also represents, for me as a twin flame reader, you know, I'm a twin soul, you know, so if you are new here, right, welcome. I didn't even say my intro. I'm Erica. I'm a psychic medium and a priestess. Maybe I did say it. I don't remember, but just in case. And then those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. But I am a twin soul, so I channel a lot of like divine union, past life, twin flame energy reads, you know. It's divine union here. We do have a literal lunar eclipse happening this next week. Like, you know, I forget what date, but it's mid-March. You guys can Google it. Google is our friend. Google is our friend. But it speaks of like your, you know, like being purposeful in life, taking action, success, self-realizations, vitality. You know, it represents like, you know, your sun sign, right? So it could be confirmation of like your sun sign is Cancer, but it doesn't obviously have to be. Like, you could be a Cancer moon, right? It doesn't really matter. But anyways, there's something about like your ego identity. Like, you've really like, that's what I mean. Like, you really have done a lot of healing and surrendering to that like ego identity. And our ego identity doesn't have to be bad, right? Like, who you are and how people see you, that has changed tremendously. See, creative. Yeah, there's something massive about the creativity, creating, using your hands. Your hands are magic. Roses are significant. Rose gardens, the scent of rose oil. Anointing your third eye with rose oil is going to be very powerful for whoever that resonates for. You'll know if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, don't do it, right? Like, also on any other chakras as well. I'm also getting like working with frankincense and myrrh. Okay, so I would get frankincense and myrrh, burn them. Myrrh is actually phenomenal if you get myrrh oil. If you have asthma or children with asthma, or if you're a smoker, or, you know, if you, or just to help open up your lungs for maybe better, deeper breaths and meditation or whatever it is. But if you take myrrh oil, okay, and I like a little bit of frankincense oil, but myrrh oil, and you put it in like a diffuser in your house, or even in like a, you know, like a vaporizer, like a vape, you know what I mean? Like that you use for that. It's phenomenal. Like it is phenomenal. Okay. Clearing up your lungs, clearing up, you know, just whatever, you know, it's phenomenal. Anyways, okay. Some of you guys really need to hear that. You are going places. Look at the ships. Your ships are arriving. Okay, this could also represent travel. Maybe you're going overseas, traveling for a vacation. Maybe you're joining us on our French Magdalene retreat in September, and you're you know, flying across the pond. You know, I'm so excited, you guys. 9 days, and we're in a 9-year, and 9 is a very sacred number to 2 high priestesses, 2 high priests, to the priestess path. Like, there's just so much. Anyways, okay. You could be getting a new vehicle. Some of you guys, it's like about that time to get a new car. Spirit's like, don't worry. Don't worry about like the how, just have faith. We know it's hard sometimes not to like, you know, obsess over the physical realm and worry, but they're like, don't worry. Someone, I don't know, for some of you guys, someone might gift you a car. There could be something about like receiving like inheritance too. So maybe it's like family inheritance and there's a car in the inheritance. A vacation and a trip. Some of you guys have been manifesting that, and it's time. It's time to travel. Again, just put it out there. Just put it out there, and then surrender that control of, you know, how am I going to pay for it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? You know, I gotta, you know, pay for the vacation itself, for the hotel, for the you know, then I gotta buy my plane ticket. Like, oh my, that's like already putting so much like distrust and negative energy in that. And that's how it is about anything that you're like wanting, but then you like backpedal and you throw negative energy at it, you know? And maybe you don't do that. Maybe that's like, again, like, hello, like clearly you guys have really blossomed and bloomed, and the blossom blooming, prosperous, you know, spring equinox, new life, new growth, you know, harvest time, like it's here. Enterprise. Okay, some of you guys are creating a business and the business just blows up, or your business is taking off right now. Movement with the wind. Pay attention to like when the wind picks up, you know, like where you live right now. Where I live, it's actually windy today. It wasn't windy this morning, but the wind has picked up. I'm here for it. I know as we get closer to the eclipse and the full moon, it's gonna get crazy. The wind, you know what I mean? Swift movement, fast. Yep, it is. It's happening very fast. Travel and overseas, yeah. You know, for some of you guys, like, excuse me. For instance, like, let's say you're, you know, you do, let's say you're a psychic medium like myself or whatever, right? You may have some high profile clients, or clients that are just very wealthy where, you know, maybe they want to book you for an event, or, you know, or they just want to fly you, you know, out to like where they live so you can read for them in person, and they'll pay for your flight, they'll pay for your stay, they'll pay for, you know, hotel, right? Like, plus pay you like a crazy amount of money, you know, to come to, you know, because that's what they want, you know. That stuff absolutely happens, you guys, okay? Or clients, you know, it's just, it's an example of like the kind, you know, or you're being aligned with like collaborations that are in alignment with like your business or your healing work, or, you know, whatever it is that you do, and these collaborations just take off. Or there are, you know, very aligned, maybe, you know, like investors, silent investors, like investors that maybe, you know, see your work online or have heard, you know, about you through, you know, the grapevine or whatever, you know, and then they're like, hey, you know, I would love to invest in you. Like, what are some ideas that maybe you have, things you want to create, or whatever it is, right? This is the kind of stuff I'm tuning into. So I don't know like how that's going to connect with you guys. Or maybe I'm just tuning into some things that you guys are praying for or manifesting. Okay. Anyways, so the bottom of the deck is the scythe. Okay. This is like what farmers used to use before they had like tractors and fancy farm equipment. Okay, they would use a scythe to, right, harvest the wheat and the crops, the corn, the sudden and unexpected accident, cut and release. Harvest. It's harvest. It's liberation. It's harvest and rewards for liberating yourself, for liberating yourself from you know, from so much. Just, okay, you guys know, shock. Something happens very sudden, very unexpected, very shocking. Ripping off the Band-Aid, that's that, ooh, I'm just gonna do it. I'd rather get it done, get it fast, you know, do it, get it over with. You know, you know what I mean? A surprise and a reckoning. I feel like for some of you guys, like that's what, you know, when I was picking up on like all that heaviness in the beginning and sadness and stuff, like I feel like that's what you guys, what it is. Like you've had these tower moments where sudden, unexpected things happen, you know. And at the time it feels very shocking, or it feels like a complete reckoning happening in your life. But what it is like, you know, it's for the greatest good, right? And because of like what you've moved through in this regard, and you've even had to remove things yourself, now you're experiencing the harvest. Okay. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I love you so much. Thank you, my beautiful Cancers. I think that's it, you guys. I will see you guys soon with another reading. Get ready, because this again, like, see how it's a time of creation. I felt called to, you know, put it out there to do this spiritual retreat, this Magdalene retreat, with Stellar and John. And, you know, I had no idea that how quickly it would happen. And literally just this week, like, or last week, like, it was like, hey, this is weighing on my heart. I would love to co-create this, you know, and I've been thinking about it for a while, you know, and I was thinking about like how I could do it and organize it and all these things. And then my higher self goes, hello, Stellar and John. And then I was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, my point is that like things are happening fast, and that's just an example. But for you, it's going to be other things in different ways. Maybe you are someone out there who is manifesting your own spiritual retreat, or you're praying for the perfect spiritual retreat to find you and align with you, right? So anyways, it is also very powerful, you know, like I said, collaborative, fast forward energy, you know, so get ready, you guys, get ready. But beauty is happening for sure, you guys. So I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.